Hey guys, it's Leanne from Leanne's Weight Loss Journey. It's Friday, so that means weigh-in day for me. Before I start, I just want to say that I had a really good week, with the exception of maybe two decisions that I made that were a little bit irrational, maybe a little bit emotional. Um, and it was one of them was planned and one wasn't planned. So. With that being said, I still feel I had a good week. Activity was not uh, spot on. That was where I was lacking, but I'm right now really trying I want to focus on nutrition. And I do want to focus on activity too, don't get me wrong, yes. But mentally, I'm trying to work out how can I describe this? I don't want to say demons because I don't really like that word, but there's a lot with weight loss and this whole journey mentally, that, weight loss is one part of it, but, your mind is so much involved in every decision and every choice that you make that I'm really trying to focus a lot on that as well. So, people that know me know that I like to get on the scale, and for the most part, I was a daily scale hopper. But since March came in, and when I made a few changes, I've decided that I wasn't going to lead my life by the scale. And it's going good. It's going really good. I was on it a little bit last weekend, but Monday was the last time that I was on it, except when I got on this morning. So, with that being said, I did have a good week, like I said. A lot of veggies, a lot of salad, really just good choices. I've been living this life for 4 years now, and I don't really have a hard time making the right choices, except sometimes I do. So, I was actually up 2.4 pounds this week. One of my questions that I think it was Sharon, I think that's her name, asked was, how do you beat yourself up over a gain when you weigh in weekly knowing that you put all that hard work and dedication into it? I kind of had that week in a sense. I could beat myself up over the fact that I wasn't at the gym or I didn't work out very much. But like I said, in regards to my food, I do feel it's pretty good. And I kind of want to get out of that mind frame of not letting the scale determine my whole week. It can be detrimental to your mood, your results. It's not fair. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to people you have to live with or deal with either, because then they're hearing about it, and it's just not good. And I do understand that sometimes we just can't help it either, and I've been there, but I'm really trying to work on that. I'm really trying to stay positive and focused. I've lost 140 plus pounds, and I've got a bit of weight on, and sometimes I figure, oh my God, I can't do this. I don't know what I can do. Am I ever going to get back down to my lowest weight, or should I decide that, a different number would be better for me, or it's all a learning process. So not beating yourself up I think is important to just move on from it. Being a woman, and I'm not trying to give excuses either, but being a woman and certain times of your cycle could really benefit, could really, what's the word? Influence your weight. And we all know that fluid weighs is not true. It's not true fat, but depending on where you are in your cycle, you could be retaining water. Depending on your food, if you've eaten out more, there's so much. So the thing is, I've learned over the last 4 years is consistency. And be consistent in what you're doing from week to week to week to week is going to make a huge difference in the long run. So I'm not going to let this gain of 2.4 pounds ruin my week next week. I'm just going to keep doing, if not doing it better than I did last week. And I think I think in the long run that'll pay off for me, or at least I hope it will. So that was my weigh-in this week, and I mean, I'm not down about it. I know what kind of week I had. Yes, it could have been better. Yes, I did emotionally eat one time. It was a small window of very small window of my week, and I don't think that it wasn't enough calories. I mean, it was only 300 calories that I chose the thing that I chose to eat. I know that they're all different, but I mean, still is not enough to gain 2.4 pounds. So therefore, I know that it's fluid somewhere along the lines. Whatever reason, I'm not sure, but with this weight loss, there are no answers, definite answers. There just aren't. So, I'll go on to the other question here that Don asks. I'm nervous as to if and when I will plateau. I've been losing 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 pounds a week for months, and I only have 20 pounds to go. How'd you get past the plateau if you ever reached it? When I first started my weight loss it'll be 4 years, April, I actually didn't hit a plateau. I really didn't. I lost 100 pounds in the first year, consistently, pretty much. I was very dedicated. I was very in tune to everything I was doing. Yes, I did have gains, and there's been weeks that I stayed the same as well, but I did not plateau. To me, a plateau is when you don't lose any weight for at least 6 weeks, and you don't lose any inches for that amount of time. So I have not experienced that. Well, I have now, but during my actual weight loss journey, I never. So I think the reason that I didn't, there were several things that I think that I did that were right that was the reason I didn't plateau. And that was following the Weight Watchers plan. I ate all my points every single day. All my daily points. I'm not talking about my weekly points, but every single day I ate every single one of my daily points, like your leader will tell you to do. And I changed my workout. My workout was never the same. I would walk if it was outside, or I'd do walk away the pounds. There was 5 different workouts on that video. I would switch and do a different one each day. Some days I would do 2, some days I'd do none. When I really got into it, I started doing the Jillian Michaels. And I worked with that for a little while. I have a couple of her DVDs. I've done yoga DVDs as well. So my body was constantly changing. I was constantly changing, so therefore my body didn't know what was coming next. Nothing was ever the same. So that change kept my body guessing and guessing. And that helped. I truly believe that. I also love to cook, as everybody knows. So I very rarely ate the same meals all the time, which I think helps as well. So the types of food that's going in my body, the number, I know I wasn't counting calories doing Weight Watchers, and I was eating the same amount of points, but the types of food as I was eating, so it might be lower in carbohydrates one day and then higher the next. So it was a constant change that way. What else? I wasn't a cardio junkie either. I didn't start running till I was about 10 pounds away from my goal weight. And that really, I ran because I enjoyed it. Not so much for weight loss, because it didn't really help me lose. The strength videos helped me lose my weight, I think. So that's, you might never plateau. It depends on your body. I wasn't a yo-yo dieter up until then either. Like, that was the first time I ever tried to lose weight, so that might have helped me not plateau either. Genetics, it really, there's so much that could play into account to it, so it's hard to say. Yeah. And I I had an inbox message that struck a chord with me. I won't read it all because it's quite long, but it's just talking about the image that I posted about no need to be perfect, to inspire others, and it really struck a chord with me because this past year has been pretty hard on me. I put a lot of the stress on myself, and it's hard when you have so many followers, and I love you guys all for it. But I took that stress so personally. I took that as everybody, I didn't know who knew me out on the street, and I didn't, I don't know, it was just, I guess when you feel that there are so many people looking up to you, and you've done, I've done something that, it is quite an extraordinary amount of weight to lose. It's 140 pounds, and I did it with no gimmicks. Healthy eating and exercising, and I guess I just felt pressure, and I know I brought it all on myself. And I'm just starting to realize now that it's okay that, I've got 10 pounds on. It's okay, Leanne. You're going to be okay. You're human, and you're not perfect. And it was hard for me to accept. It was hard for me to, come to terms with it. But knowing that I've never given up, and knowing that I'm never going to give up, and that I'm working my butt off again now to get back to where I want to be and be healthy in body and in mind is it's nice to feel that peace. It's nice to feel that acceptance for myself. So I'm over that part of my life, and I've dealt with it, and we're moving on from it. So anyways, I will be doing another video next Friday again to stay accountable to my weigh-ins. And other than that, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.